Sorry for that. I didn't want to break down on the video. As he was abusing me, because like his abuse was mentally when he speak things, like he will degrade me, he will never uplift me. And with my disease, I was like, I was in that state thinking nothing about myself already. So he just went on and abused me, well, degrading me, telling me that I'm this and nothing, and not all the negative things he was putting out there. So the negativity affected me, physically affected me with the 3 strokes, because he speak was always about negative things about me. He never uplifted me in the process. Once he asked me, I asked him to take me to the beach, because I just want to have, that time I couldn't drive, he was driving. I asked him to drop me, but take me to the beach. I went out, got out of the car, stood by the beach. I was standing there crying, and this was so abusive. He was a vicious, evil person. He told me, standing there and crying, he told me, if you're not gonna get into this car and stop crying, you need to stop crying. Otherwise, I'm going to take the car and drive away from you on the beach, and you need to find your own way home. That's the morning Eugene was. So whatever I did to find my peace, the beach, I couldn't do that even. Because if I started to cry at the beach, tell me, you need to stop crying. Because if other people come and see you cry, he's gonna leave with the car, and I need to walk home. That's how abuse I went through, what he did to me. I was so thin, I didn't eat even because of that abuse. You can't eat. It's a pressure, you want to die. It's the only thing you want to do. You want to die. What I stand up in the morning. This day I want to die. Today I want to die. That was how he suppressed me. I wanted to die every day of my life. I asked him once. In that time, I asked him to take me to the mall. I needed new panties because I lost weight. I need new ones. As I walked in the parking area, I saw 2 women sitting there. And I cried inside. I know what he's doing. Because that morning, I got in the car and he's driving, and I even swerved while he was driving. I swerved the wheel to the right because I wanted to die. Because the witchcraft he put on me felt for me, you need to die. I came to the mall. There was 2 women sitting there in front. Then I went to them. I cried. I told them what he's doing with me. And because I talked to the woman, and I told them that how he abused me. And when I started telling them what he's doing, he ran. And I told him he got the key and he's abusing me. And he asked, I saw walk, and he walked to the front. And I stopped by the two women and I tell them how he abused me. And I saw something at the back of his, while he was walking, I saw something at the back of his jeans. And I grabbed it. And when I saw it, I saw it's an undertuck. An undertuck. I saw the undertuck is against me. I like, what is happening here? What is this man doing? What is his plan? Walking with the undertuck at his back pocket with him. That moment when I found out he got the undertuck at the back pocket, I told him, the security guard, what he's doing, and I gone to take the car, and he got the car keys. I want to go home alone because he got the undertuck at the back of his house. I didn't know what he's gonna do with the undertuck on him against me. I read everything was an undertuck that he had the 12 crimes against me. He was in a back pocket. So I asked the security guard to take the keys from him because I want to go home. So he ran, and the security ran after him. As I had chased him there by the mall for the key because I told him how he abused me. At the garage, there was a police van standing. And he ran to the police van, and the security guard ran to the police van. And I also wanted the key because I wanted to go home. I wanted to drive me out. He ran to the police van, and he told them, I didn't know he took the undertuck out of me. He told me, he told them I have an undertuck against her. Yes, undertuck against her. Please, I can take away from me. Yes, undertuck. I applied for undertuck. I didn't know that. At that time, I didn't even know he took undertuck against me. And that day, the police say now he can take you to the police station. And he was the one that abusing me. And I told him he can take me now to the police station because he took the undertuck against me. And nobody wanted to believe me that day what he's doing. I had to. The police don't want to believe me what he's doing to me. He only told him because she's under mental hospital. She's acting out. And what he need to do? He told them he got the right to take me to the police station, and I didn't even know he got the undertaker against me. He always used that she's under the mental hospital medication, and she's acting out like I am the mental person. And nobody believed what he's doing to me. I asked the police, please help me. They didn't help me at all because he manipulated everybody with the undertuck that I didn't even know he had against me. For the 12 crimes I did against him. And I didn't do that crimes. That day, he would take me I would go to jail. I was sitting on the pavement and I was crying. I was crying. I was going, what is this man doing? What the undertaker against me, and they want to take me to jail that day. I begging for my life that day. I begging for my life. I begging for my life that day. Because I didn't want to go to jail that day. Because I didn't commit that crime. There's a day when I found out that he had the undertaker against me without me knowing. And he wanted to take me that day to jail because of that undertaker. Because he told the police that I abused him, I victimized him, I did all the things. And he was the one that abusing me on the road, on the house. I begged him that day not to take me to jail. I'm begging for my life that day. I asked him, what are you doing to me? Why are you doing this to me? And you know I didn't do that things to you. What? I had to plead to my life that day. I had to plead to my life that day. I asked him just to do me one favor, to do everything what he's doing. I just want to go to the beach. And he take me to the beach before he take me in. I went there and I connected with God. I said, God, please help me. I don't know what is this? Why I'm feeling like I want to die? Why is this person abusing me so? What is this what I'm feeling? And while I'm crying, they told me, come, I will gonna ride away from you. You must find your own way out. It was so demonic. I got in the car and I got to go to Natasha, and Natasha knew. Natasha knew what he's doing. And nobody could have fight for me that time. Because that's the time she was on drugs even. That's the day when I asked him, just please take her home. When I got home, I wanted to spot me out, but the abuse went so bad. But I got the chance that day. While he was busy in the house and waiting for me to get done, because he's going to take me to the police station. And I got out of the house and then ran into the driveway. And I ran to the neighbors and I collapsed. And the men in the road saw me collapse. And that's the time they came nearer, and the neighbors came nearer. They never knew then what he did to me. And they came closer to me. And that day, I told him what he's doing to me. And he acting like she's all crazy and all that. And I told him, no, he's the one that is abusing me. That's why I ran out. And that's why I fainted. And they took me to another neighbor's house. I told him, he's abusing me. And they took me, they believed me. And the men took me to another house for me to be safe. And I didn't want to get out of the house because I know what he's going to do with me. He's going to take me to the police station. And I said in the house, I say, no, I'm not going to go home because I know what he's going to do with me. He got my two friends, Fatih and Bueller. He got them to convince me to come home, and I didn't want to come home because I want him to leave. They came to the house and I told them they didn't know what this was doing because nobody knew what it was doing. Only that day, the neighbors found out what she was doing because I went out and ran out and shout and faint in the driveway. And they knew how I told them, and they believed me that moment. And they protected me, keeping me by the other neighbors and protected me against him. That man, the men in that neighborhood, they don't know me. But they know when a man is busy abusing a woman. And that day they protected me from him. That's the day that Fatih and Bueller, my friends, came to their house and convinced me to come home. And I also told him I will only come home if his family can fetch him. Because I know what he's going to do with me when I'm alone with him again. He's going to use the underdog against me and take me to jail. Because that was his plan the whole time. And that's the day when his family came there. His mothers and his brothers came there to come fetch him. That's the abuse I had to go through. The mental abuse I had to go through. And that day, from that day, the neighborhood protected me against him because now they know what he was doing to me. Nobody knew of his abuse, only for me running out. If I didn't do that, he would have locked me up that day. I would have go to jail that day, even do that. Run out and cry and fainted in the driveway. And from that day, the men of that road protected me. That's why he couldn't come in that road because of that. And many for people, he told people that I put the gangsters against him in that road. That's why they wanted to stab him. They didn't want to stab him because he was abusing me. Because everybody know what he was busy doing. It's always for me only to come out and tell them about it. But everybody knew. In that moment I speak out. That's the moment they helped me and protected me in that road. So he couldn't come there close to the house because they wanted to stab him because what he did to me. He appeared to be the victim. Everybody thought he's the victim. He was the victim. He appeared. So if he come there, he wanted to do something, confess something, he always come with his brothers and his whatever family he was. Because he told them, I put the gangsters against him because they're going to stab him. Because not the gangsters, they protected me from him. Because they knew, no, he abused me. So he was playing the victim all the time. That's why I told people he can't come to my house. Because I asked gangsters to stab him. So when they come there, they like walking in the driveway. His family's walking in the driveway, out and in to see if anybody's coming to attack Eugene. That's how manipulated he did to his family for him to be the victim, and I was the victim. And he was the abuser, and he acted to his family being the victim. That's what he do. It's a narcissism. He won't admit what he is, being an abuser. He always come out to be the victim. It's demonic. They're demonic. I thank God only for that. You know what? Didn't I do that? Didn't I run out that day? Didn't I run out that day and ask for help and cry for help? You know where? I would have been in jail today because of his lies, of his abuse, because he put the witchcraft on me to suppress me, and I wanted to, you know what? You wanted to get out of this divorce? You're not gonna get down life after this marriage. You will die. That was his whole aim for me to die. Because he didn't want me to leave the marriage because of the abuse. Do you know why? People's gonna know. Why did she divorce him? Because he abused his first wife, his second wife. He abused his second wife. He's taking her clothes from her body and hit her. Only when I was married to him, I found out what he did to her. That's how he abused her physically. He didn't do that with me. He mental abused me. Doing things, financially abuse, mentally abuse, being controlled. No, that's demonic. You see why? Why is that demonic? That's actually worse. Because a physical abuse is marks. You can heal from that marks. But when you mentally abuse somebody, you leave 3 strokes in a breakdown. And the person is never themselves after a breakdown. So he was aiming for me to have a breakdown. So so he couldn't be in control of my life because I wanted to get out of it. So my abuse was actually worse. The mental abuse, the doctor always tell me, the mental abuse is a worse. Do you know why? As 3 strokes that break you mentally. But gladly, I went to the doctor that time. And I went for a brain scan because I was very scared because I thought the strokes affected my brain because what he did to me. But I asked my doctor, please, can you send me for a brain scan to see if that 3 strokes affected me. And he sent me for a brain scan. And that day I was so scared for what he did to me. But the brain scan came positive, like no stroke affected my brain. She told me, your brain is still 100% excellent. She told me, your brain is so excellent. I had to give you a down, no matter your disease. And the strokes didn't affect you at all, your brain. You still got the excellent brain. And the day I told him that this didn't affect me, that's the day I saw how his face changed because he didn't succeed with his plan. When I came there with the scan, they told me the scan didn't affect me at all, and he was unhappy for that. That's all the sign I saw. He was doing what he was doing and what was planning and plots against me because he exposed himself with certain things. My mental abuse with him was like, luckily for my neighbors, the men in that neighborhood protected me. The moment I speak, that's the moment I was protected. So the women out there, if you're going through the same abuse, I beg you, please speak. Don't keep silence. If you keep silence, you're gonna die in the process. I hope my videos will help you and uplift you to come out of that kind of abusive, mentally abused marriage. It's not worth it to lose your life in the process. Amen. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I will appreciate it. Thank you.